We're live. Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh.
I hope so.
How do we know?
How do we know I see it live now.
Okay.
There's just a delay.
Oh, I don't have water.
Oh no, better go get some.
Do you need any water?
I'm good.
She needs some sangria.
I only have like a little bit left.
So does that mean you're not going to enjoy it?
Not yet. Alrighty. I'm gonna put out a tweet while I wait for Jeffrey to come back upstairs.
Hi.
Hi.
Are we live?
Yes, we are. Oh. Hello, everybody in the chat room.
Who's in our group right now?
We've got PanamaMatt and Paleo.
Hi, PanamaMatt and Paleo.
Hello.
Hi.
And that might be all that we have today.
Yeah,
Quite possible.
that's cool.
Well.
So I'm
Do
eating my food post.
Oh, okay. He's eating peanuts.
You want peanut?
Sure.
These box of peanuts, they go a long way.
Yeah. An exciting start to the semi-perfect
It
podcast.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hi, Paleo.
Hi.
Enjoying your nuts?
I am.
He's enjoying these nuts.
Oh.
I'm fondling them into my hands. You want some more of my nuts?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Where's the cat? Yeah.
Oh, Saber says that he will be here in a moment.
Cool. All right. Well, should we just start?
Warning, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Uh-oh.
Sarah, why is that happening?
I have no idea.
Sarah, fix it.
I don't know.
Why are we?
Now it's excellent.
Why are we the worst?
I think we're gonna be okay.
Hello out there. It is the Semi-Perfect Podcast on this June 1st, 2022. Jurassic June, as it were. So are you excited for Jurassic June?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to see the dinosaurs in the movie theater?
Yeah.
Are we going to watch the movie with my dad so he can keep turning to me and saying, hey,
That's the bad guy.
that's... My dad...
Gonna eat him.
I think my dad loves being part of the movie watching experience. So, we saw Top Gun last night.
Yeah.
And, like, he'll turn to me and be like, oh, they're going to fly the plane. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, it's Top Gun. Like, he points out, like, the really, like, mundane, obvious things happening on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Isn't
like,
that why you go to a movie with others?
no. I go so everyone can sit quietly and watch the movie.
I see.
Yes. And if I need
We
to
talk
say...
about it afterwards.
Correct. I go for the popcorn. So yeah, welcome in. It is again. We're feeling it over here in Southern California. Summer. Has summer technically arrived? I don't think it has.
I mean, yeah, the first day of summer was like a little while ago, I think.
Was it?
No, the first day of summer is like June 20th or 21st.
Oh.
You lied to me.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry.
We're technically still in spring.
Oh, okay.
Well, tell that to our 100-degree weather that we're having over
100
here.
degree weather, jeez.
Yep. Which is why this weekend I'm going to fly to Chicago, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
just
let's see what the weather's gonna be.
it's going to be in the mid-70s from what I've seen.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was very surprised it was like that for Atlanta.
Right. Atlanta was very nice. And that's another thing we're going to be talking a lot about. Because we're going to be recapping our Momocon experience and previewing our Winnie City 2022. Which, are submissions still open?
Yes.
Should we link those right now?
I'm sure. I was going to do that a little bit later when we were talking about it, but I can do it right now.
Alright.
That's fine.
So I'll just warm things up here. Of course, we have PaleoSteno joining us here today.
Hello.
We have PanamaMatt.
Howdy.
Do we have anyone else? Has anyone else snuck in?
Not quite
David's not here yet, but he'll be here soon.
But
Cool.
Saber said he should be arriving soon.
This is Sarah,
Hi.
and I'm ACRacebest.
So in the chat room for our stream, I've just posted a link to our tweet where we're collecting submissions for Winnie City's Who's Line. So if you have not submitted yet, or if you've got more ideas at the top of your head, go ahead and submit.
Yeah.
They will be closing tonight at midnight. So this is your last chance.
Last chance. So get some submissions in. Are we, Did that tripod move?
I mean, a
It
little
looks
bit.
like it moved.
Ghost.
Shit. Ghost! So yeah, we always like to kick things off with these podcasts with food posts. So if you're new to the podcast, the way that you can be a part of it is send us a picture of what you're eating right now, or maybe what you ate earlier. You say, I didn't take a picture of what I ate earlier. Well, next time, do it, and then send it to us.
Sure. And speaking of SPP foods, on our, I finally done it on our Discord server. I have opened up an entirely different channel for people to post their recipes. I started it off with a recipe for my spaghetti.
Did you?
And we do have the legendary bag of ham recipe.
What?
Yeah.
Finally.
Provided by Ambazar, graciously. He has provided his recipe for bag of ham.
We can finally make our own bag of ham.
Yes. Now you too can have a bag of ham at home.
This is big, guys. I don't know where else you could get a bag of ham.
Yeah.
So, Sarah's going to pull up our food post here.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to submit, hashtag SPP Foods on Twitter. And
Let me scroll down to the first one that was posted today. We got a good number of them.
good.
Let's see.
Make me hungry.
All right. Let me pull it up here. All right. We've got Ambazar. I feel bad for missing the past few streams, but I've been very busy. I'm getting close to 150 subs on YouTube, and my Make Your Mark video just surpassed 1,000 views. Gonna celebrate
Nice.
by watching SPP and having Grogu help me polish off some Subway cookies.
Nice.
Awesome.
Ambazar. A budding...
Do I see the infamous bag of ham behind the cookie?
Yes, it is the bag, a special guest bag of ham.
Wow. Okay, let's see. What kind of cookies do we have here? We definitely
Subway chocolate chip, and then it looks like
Mac-
white
looks like
chocolate
macadamia.
macadamia. Yeah.
Yeah.
have... Is there like raspberry or something in there? Or am I just seeing shadow?
I think it's, I don't know.
I don't know, but they look good. Those look like some good cookies and good bag of ham. Yeah, Ambazar.
And a
The
delicious Grogu.
budding YouTuber.
Yes.
150 subs. That's legit. Good job. 1,000 views. That's a mile marker right there. So keep it up, Amazar.
Congrats.
Heck yeah.
Now we have Nathaniel Foga. Made a fool's gold loaf, a favorite sandwich of Elvis. While I was at my Airbnb for Momocon last week. It consists of peanut butter, jelly, and a pound of bacon sandwiched between French bread. It was a pretty great sandwich. That would definitely try again. So we saw Nathaniel out at Momocon, and one of the last things he said to me was basically like, I got a food post ready for you.
Yeah.
It was real cool seeing Nathaniel as well as all the people that we were able to see out in Atlanta. So that's an interesting sandwich. So peanut butter jelly and a pound of bacon.
Wow.
I mean,
It's
Decadent.
ambitious.
Yeah.
now we know why Elvis...
Between French bread.
Bring it.
I can't wait to watch the Elvis movie, because then at least I won't have to watch the preview anymore where Tom Hanks goes, we're the same, you and I. We're just both lonely children reaching out towards eternity. And I was just like, I don't know, the way he says that line is just so weird.
I'm the bad guy in this story.
Yeah.
Many people think I'm the,
The
villain
villain of
in
this
this
here
here story. I'm like, well, now I think you are. I wouldn't have thought that, except that's how you open it up.
Yeah.
Are there
Tom.
any movies that you hate, you kind of like start to despise because you see their preview way too much?
Okay, so Sarah, I'm gonna throw this question of Paleos to you,
Okay.
but I'm gonna ask specifically: were there any during our 30-run stretch of watching Zootopia and seeing the same trailers every time?
The Peter Rabbit trailer sticks out to me. You know, and it's funny because it's not a terrible film. It's actually much more enjoyable than we expected it to be, but the trailer got very grating very fast.
What was the music in that trailer?
Like Renegades or whatever?
Yeah. It's like oh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
there was also we also kept seeing the.
Was it the Freebird trailer with the turkeys? Was that one that we kept seeing?
There were maybe.
I don't know.
There was also the trailer with the that high school kid in high school movie where it's like, oh yeah, be a rebel high schooler, and then we saw the movie and it was like, what the fuck just
Oh
happened?
yeah, I forget what.
Oh
Was it
yeah, I
Rebel
forgot the name
Rebellion?
of that movie.
What was that name?
What was the name of that movie?
I don't remember.
But you know it's got the whole like, we're not gonna take
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and it's got Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite in there
Yeah.
being like, whoa, and then then you like see the movie and you're like, what the fuck?
This took an unexpected turn.
Yeah. I can't even remember what the movie was called.
Yeah.
It was probably called something high school, something ninth grade, something, I don't know.
All right, we got Deegan Denigan.
Oh,
That train of thought that just took us way out of there.
correct.
I have finished eating dinner with a dish of pepper pork and fish.
Peppa Polk.
Huh. Pepper pork.
You had me at the pepper pork, but look at that fish.
That fish is a whole fish.
Sarah, would you eat that fish like that?
I don't know. I've never eaten a whole fish like that.
Yeah. Maybe you're
I
not.
probably would.
Maybe you're not too far gone.
Yeah. I probably would. But I'd think about it for a little bit.
Most people know I'm not the biggest fish fan as
Yeah.
far as food goes. So I have to poke fun. Paleo, would you eat that fish?
Nathaniel says middle school, the worst years of my life is. I think-
Yeah.
that was
And then then you watch the movie and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, that movie.
yeah. That movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie. I just know the trailer.
Wait,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the movie?
Yeah, I think you guys told me about it though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's got one of those twists, like from trailer to movie, that remind me of what's the most
The
egregious
Bridge
one?
to Terabithia.
Yeah. The one that
Like,
everyone's like,
if you did not read the book and have any context, you were just, like, whapped over the head with a rock.
what a fantastical movie. They go on adventures. How great.
Yeah.
We got Christina saying, having a mega pint with some chicken wings tonight, salad to come later to even things out. Hashtag SPP Foods.
Yeah,
Which, since
I should pour me a mega pint of sangria.
I'm going to have a mega pint here in celebration, by the way. For those that don't know, Johnny Depp won his defamation case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
lovely.
that.
What was the jury verdict, the award?
So apparently, so I guess there's a few things going into this case. They initially were like, I guess like experts were like, this is gonna be a really tough one for him to win. Like it's not likely that he's even gonna win. Mm-hmm. So like they're like, this is more for him. Like people were saying going into today that no matter what the verdict ended up being, that he won in regards to at least public opinion.
Mm.
Yeah.
But then they were like, but you know, who knows? Maybe he'll actually win the verdict, but not get any money. He actually ended up, on all accounts of defamation, the verdict was yes, against Amber Heard, and they rewarded him
15 million, I believe.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know the specifics. I know it went from 15 million, and then I think one of the things they rewarded him 5 million for. Technically, they can only give him 350,000 for.
Yeah.
Is my understanding. I don't know.
Yeah, like he was awarded like 10 million, and
But,
then
yeah.
there was like 5 million
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, state law caps punitive damages at 350,000.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Just like the jury's like, 5 million. What's
Never
funny?
do it again.
What's funny is it was such a cock tease moment. So for those that don't know, I've actually been watching this case, and I mean like watching it to the point that Matt, our lawyer friend here, asked me why. Like, why do you care? By the way, hello. I think we have some more people that just hopped in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Laura and I are here.
That's right.
Hello. So we were going through our food posts, and someone referenced a mega pint. So I was getting into the Johnny Depp trial, which again, for those that haven't heard, Johnny won on all accounts the defamation against Amber Heard, and then to further answer your question, Matt, Amber was countersuing him for defamation. And I think there was one of the 3 that she was trying to get that they said like, yeah. And I think I forget, like, I think it was the one where like basically Depp's attorney, who actually wrote the whatever the article or whatever it was like trying to. I think there was a technicality in his wording.
Mm-hmm.
So neither side was correct, just Depp was more correct.
No. Basically, that I think what it was there was a statement in regards to like that everybody, that Amber and her friends were like all in on the hoax, and so that was one of the things that Amber was like, I'm suing him because he's saying it's a hoax, and technically they won that because they couldn't prove that everyone was corroborating against Johnny as opposed to it not being a hoax. But in all the cases of, was it domestic abuse? Was it sexual abuse? Was it basically in any form was Johnny Depp, abusing her? This trial basically went through and was like, the verdict came out. No, she's full of shit, says the jury. So, it ended as I hoped. What, Sarah?
Let's move
Shut
on.
up! All right, this is a
Food
big
post.
fucking deal. It's been 6 weeks of me watching this goddamn case for 8 hours a day, going, man, this shit takes forever. I can't believe lawyers talk so fast. So
Now you wonder why now you know why we charge so much and why I rarely talk about it outside of work.
no, I still haven't figured out the first part.
Oh well.
You guys just dress up fancy and say stuff.
Yeah, dry cleaning's expensive.
All right, we got Ryder Storm saying some Pringles and G Fuel while listening to the stream tonight.
Nice.
Look
Yeah.
at that. I still haven't figured out what G Fuel is.
It's a gamer drink.
Nice. I'm a gamer drink. What's that, Sarah?
That's Nora Mermaid. Hi guys, long time no talks. LOL. Recovering from the amazing time I had at Momocon and some pizza and cold meds. Let's see, con crud. Loved getting to see most of y'all and hope you're all doing better than I am. Love you lots.
Okay. Can you please click on this pizza?
That's a tiny pizza.
That's a very small slice of pizza.
It's petite.
We had a pizza story
Yeah.
at Momocon. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a nightmare.
It was
Is
a
it bigger
nightmare.
than that slice?
It was bigger, but it so
I
I'm gonna
I wish it was that size, honestly.
I was gonna say we'll just dive into this bit. So I think Jax, being the sweet human that he is, bought everyone pizza on it was Saturday night, and
Or Saturday, I don't even know, honestly.
yeah, and so he bought this pizza, and I think he put in the order at 9:00, and Saber, Scott, and I ran down to Gabe's concert, and we were like, well, pizza will probably get here, but we'll go down, enjoy the concert, and then eat what's left. Needless to say, that pizza never arrived.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
And then Jax found another place that was open till 4 a.m. and ordered
Well,
from
that
there.
never arrived, and it was Jax didn't get the notification that the order was canceled until 11:30. So we had waited 2.5 hours for pizza that got canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was shit. And then he reordered pizza, and it showed up. I want to say 1:45.
I think it was around 1-ish.
Oh, 12:45. 12:45.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, so it was basically we waited 4.5 hours to eat, and I was just like, holy shit. We all were like, holy shit. And then we're like, man, this pizza's gonna taste so good.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're so hungry. It'll make it taste good no matter what.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was a bad pizza.
It was called the Pizza Pit.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we understood after that. And then a group of us went to Waffle House after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I need to go eat more food.
Yeah.
Get some waffles. So yeah, that's our pizza story.
Cleanse your palate with Waffle House.
Right. Anime Guy says, tonight I got nothing. Whoa, that's rare. But here's a Charlie's Bacon 3-cheese beef steak.
How is that nothing?
That's something. Also, 4 seasons of one of my favorite anime I was able to get at Anime Central a few weeks ago. A great show with awesome music and some adorable and some badass characters as well. Oh,
That's a good sandwich.
there's a lot of bacon theming tonight.
Yeah.
Sarah, what are we going to get for dinner that has bacon?
If we could go to that one place that has bacon.
Oh,
and
the burger
everything.
place.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. And there's the anime.
Show by Rock.
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
Looks cute.
I honestly, walking through the vendor hall at Momocon, I was like, dear God, there's so much anime.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
there's a lot of anime, Sarah. Paleo was explaining, he was teaching me the ways of anime. He's like, well, they don't do a lot of episodes for some animes.
Yeah.
I'm like, but there's so many animes.
Yeah.
Fritz Roll says, never thought I would be watching the Semi-Perfect podcast in this format. Got one of my usual favorite snacks, popcorn and blue Gatorade. Plus, I'm drinking from a golf trophy cup that has 2 familiar signatures I got from Momocon. Gee, I wonder who signed it.
Oh, let's see.
Uh,
ACRacebest.
That's
And I
me.
see Jaxblade.
That's
signature.
Jaxblade. Yup.
That's a good setup on a TV and
It is.
everything.
It is.
Sweet.
Fritz kept walking by because I joked when he walked by because he's made reactions to our Bronies Reacts in the past, and I made a joke in reference to, the upcoming reacts that we're working on, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll get on it." I'm like,
By the way,
yeah,
it's Fritz Rolly. He told us.
oh yeah, he did say
You gotta
that,
say Fritz
I think that's true.
Mhm.
and then I joked that it's French.
An ignorant bastard.
Yeah, and then I went and mispronounced it again. I will always mispronounce
Fritz
this.
Rolly?
Yeah, I joked that it's French,
He's-
and he's like, it's German. And I'm like, oh. He's very serious.
That's when we were afraid for getting it wrong.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit.
I'm sorry. All right, did we get through all of them?
I think we did.
All right, good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Good job with your food posts.
Good job, everyone.
That was
Good job
delicious.
there,
That was
Homestar.
delicious to look through.
Boink. All right.
All right. So I guess, I guess we could catch up with people, but I know the majority.
We do have a lot of things to talk about, so I don't know.
So
Like, well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, should we do an abbreviated?
Abbreviated. Catch
In other words, me.
oh.
Oh, I will abbreviate myself. Well, Paleo, obviously we're gonna talk about Momocon and Windy City coming up, but
Yeah.
outside of that, you got anything?
Not particularly. I know once I got back home on Monday night, I got home and then realized, oh yeah, I have like a week to do stuff, and then realized I only have 2 full days. I was like, oh, I can't make anything between now and Winnie City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did record the footage I need for the My Little Pony game that came out. So at least I got that done. But it's only like a couple hours, like, to play through that game. Yeah, I want to do a review on that, and also the Make Your Mark premiere, which we'll talk about. But other than that, I know once I get back, I'm going to be doing some stuff about dinosaurs, because Jurassic June.
Jurassic June.
Yes.
What about Saber and Laura?
You all know what we've been doing the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lammy's gone. He was lit. We put him down, but it sucks, and I won't dwindle on it, but it's a whirlwind of emotions, and
Yeah.
and I think Momocon right afterwards at least gave us some kind of structure, but coming home just was like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
But he's not in pain anymore, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. PanamaMatt. He's muted.
I think he finally got on the
Yeah.
phone with tax people because he was like waiting
Yeah.
for 97 minutes.
Well, tell him to hang up with the tax people and call him back tomorrow. Sarah, what about you?
I've been working on Who's Line stuff, back to back Who's Line stuff.
Yeah.
So, and again, if y'all got any submissions you want to put in for Winnie City before they close tonight, please do so.
Submit. Yeah, I definitely agree with Paleo in that, you get, like, I got home and I'm like, all right, let's see, what can I get done this week? And I'm like, holy shit, I leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it is a very quick turnaround. I've been just working on getting all the edits, getting edits done for the vlogs. So the vlogs for Momocon have been going out. Tomorrow I'm hoping to have the last vlog of Thursday, which is just the evening portion of the Thursday vlog. And then even while we're going to be out at Momocon, there's still going to be uploads being posted from the Momocon vlogs. So, did I misspeak?
No.
Okay, you had like a look almost like I said something wrong, didn't I? But yeah.
Just listening.
Well, while we're out at Winnie City, there'll still be stuff going up. And then, of course, I'll be vlogging Windy City, so there's going to be a massive turnaround. I just need to make sure I have enough space on my computer to do all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of it for me. Now, Sarah, you said we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt's back.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
Matt, how have your 2 weeks been?
Been good.
Good.
Uh,
Anything exciting?
yeah. Monday and Tuesday of last week, I was involved in the training, and now I'm a certified instructor with the USCCA
Nice.
to teach self-defense courses and kind of legal aftermath scenarios. So
Sweet.
I've always believed that an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, and well, now I'm authorized to practice what I preach, or preach what I practice, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's about time.
I know, right? It only took me 10 years.
Nice.
No, I've been trying to take this class to get certified for the last 9 months.
Mhm.
The first time was because they didn't have enough people to run the class, so they had to reschedule it. The second time, I had I think it was a scheduling conflict that came up. And then the third time, I received a deposition notice, which is basically a subpoena from a case saying, you're going to show up at this date and this time and answer questions. And it was, dang it, the same date as this course.
Yeah.
So I sent them a letter, and we get a lot of reasons why people need to cancel. They wrote back, this is a unique one.
Yeah.
We will make that happen. We only normally do one rescheduling, but we get it. Go take care of it. So that finally happened a couple weeks ago, and it worked out really well. Met some nice people, learned some good things, and looking forward to starting teaching.
Awesome.
So you're going to teach me?
If you want to, sure.
I already know everything.
That's
I
why I haven't offered it yet.
was on Cartoon Court, so.
I saw how you did.
Now, Sarah, you have a note here. It looks like there's a new Horse's Mouth that is coming out.
Yeah. Equestria Daily released their interview with Paleo. So if you're interested in seeing that, go over to Equestria Daily's YouTube page and check it out.
Yeah, I can post it in here.
Paleo, did you say mean things about Rainbow Dash?
I did, but I damage controlled.
That's a smart thing to do when we're about to share a room.
Yeah.
So yeah, Horse's Mouth at this point, Saber, Paleo, and I have interviews that have been released.
Yep.
From Alistair, who's doing those interviews from Equestria Daily. Sarah, you were interviewed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not sure when it's going to be posted. It hasn't been announced yet. So.
Yeah. Well, I think a couple of people around our group have also been interviewed. So, who knows? Who knows? Well, should we dive into what we've been up to over the last weekend?
Yep.
Okay. So Momocon,
Yes.
the convention out in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a convention that
It's Atlanta.
that's
You
right.
don't pronounce the T.
I am not from the area, so I will. Yeah, I think Saber was corrected on how to say Atlanta. He was
How
like,
do you say Atlanta?
You don't. I mean, I'm just being told by a random person, so I might be. I think it
Is
might
the
be,
second T silent?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
So
Yeah,
Atlanta.
you don't really.
Both T's are silent.
Yeah, you just kind of leave the T's be.
Atlanta.
You don't touch
To
them
be
very much.
fair, for what it's worth,
Don't
I've never
touch the
heard
T.
this before, and it's very possible we're just getting bamboozled by a person who's like these fucking tourists.
Yeah.
how
Well, it's similar. It's
dare.
similar to Prescott, Arizona, spelled C-O-T-T. You say it Prescott, like biscuit.
Yeah. Well, it's like
I-
pecan
yeah.
or pecan based on
Yeah.
where you live and all that stuff.
I hate doing hometowns when we're doing driver intros because I always manage to get one of them wrong, and it's not like oh, it's from a different state. It's like that city's like 12 minutes away from here. How do you not know
Yeah.
how to say that? Becarisfield. No, that's not right.
Try it again.
Bakersfield?
Becarisfield.
Ambazar in the chat room just said that he submitted 50 scenes from a hat scenes. And I'm like,
50?
oh
He
shit!
will be sure to read, carefully consider, and reject all of them, just for you.
We'll see how many of them make it in.
How to kiss a bag of ham. How to eat a bag of ham. How to
Oh,
sleep with a bag
shit.
of ham.
One does not simply eat a bag of ham.
Of course, I just noticed, by the way, that Jax left a message saying that he was going to be in here soon. As
Oh yeah.
as we're just starting to tap into the Momocon market here, but again, this convention is one that, as far as our group goes, that's here right now. Saber and Paleo. I'm guessing, Laura. I'm guessing you've been before.
To what now?
Momocon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jax
she was
like.
there at 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, so you guys had like street cred. You guys had legacy with this convention. This was my first time going out there, and I guess just to hit off some of the basics, the weather was beautiful the entire weekend. It did rain Thursday, but like it was never like downpour.
Right. And we were mostly inside that day because we went into the Coke Museum and the aquarium.
Yeah. So I mean it was but like the weekend I thought it was going to be so much more humid and icky.
Yes.
I was treated. They're like, this poor Californian will die. We can't do that to him. So that was great. We had a big group that was kind of throughout the convention that would
It's one of our
congregate.
biggest groups since like BronyCon 2019, probably.
Probably. Yeah, there was just a lot of people. Yeah, we had numerous panels that we did throughout the weekend. We did 3 panels Friday, 3 Saturday, 1 on Sunday, as well as an autograph session. And yeah, Paleo, how was your Momocon experience, huh?
It was fun and very busy. I feel like I didn't get to go around the vendor hall as much as I wanted to, because I know I did go around there with you on the last day for just like one last chance to look around, but because I was gonna look for like some game stuff, but I did notice a few of the different vendors there that had game stuff. Like by Sunday when we were looking around, they had kind of cleared out some of the stuff that would usually be there. So yeah, it was fun though. It was a lot of panels that I enjoyed doing with you guys. Those are always fun. Though I think for next year maybe we should do a little less because it was a lot.
No.
Never.
More? We'll
I
have 12 panels next year.
I thought it was. I thought one thing that was really cool to see throughout this weekend is I was kind of surprised again. This wasn't a pony convention, so having people come up and say that they still recognize me or recognize my work. This was kind of that re-shock where it was like, oh wow, that's cool to see. But I thought it was really. It's just really neat to see again in person the following that Saber has really kind of built over the last couple years, and to see how many people were just so excited to see you, dude, and there were a lot of people out there for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's super humbling and always a surreal experience to talk to people and be like,
Who
yo.
knew that torching yourself with subpar animation could be so entertaining?
Right.
That's what the people want.
It's what they want. Now Laura, you were kind of busy doing just a whole bunch of dressing up and cosplay and whatnot. What were you doing throughout this weekend?
I was attending the con.
Nice.
What was
So-
that like?
That's way.
Because we were the con.
And panels, and I met the voice actors for Master Chief and Cortana, and I got them to
Nice.
sign some stuff.
Nice.
And I walked around the vendor hall and checked out like the game areas, and actually did con stuff.
Whoa, that's a weird concept. Going to a con to do con stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Yeah, I mean I loved it out there. I had so much fun. Our panels went just so well. Maxing out capacity on multiple panels throughout the weekend, including Smasher Pass and Who's Line. And it was just, once again, like a completely new environment, people that we weren't used to working with. Issues arise just prior to, some panels getting started, and it's like, hey, you're able to work through them and still put on a show, and it was cool. It was just kind of a boost of confidence in a way for our group in regards to, A, what we're able to attract, and B, just what we're able to pull off. So I was very proud of our group throughout this whole weekend.
As well, you should be.
Yeah, it was cool. It was neat.
It's a
So,
lot.
I want to say thank you, Saber, for kind of getting this ball rolling.
It's a whole team effort,
Yeah.
And fingers crossed we can go get next year and keep upping the ante.
I would love to. Absolutely. Yeah. Any other things from anyone? Highlights or anything that stuck out from the weekend?
I mean, I met Master Chief, so that was a pretty big deal for me.
Yeah.
Your Sylveon cosplay got a lot of people asking to take pictures with you.
Yes, did.
The aquarium, went to the aquarium. You all went to the Coke factory. Have you been able to have a proper bowel movement since then, Ray?
I'm working on it. Actually, as we speak, I asked Sarah to move all of our equipment into the bathroom. Speaking
that
of,
was an image I didn't need.
speaking of our group
Of
at
bowel
Momocon.
movements?
Bowel movement?
No, it's not speaking of bowel movements. Speaking of our group, Jaxblade.
Hi.
Hi, Jax. We were just talking about our Momocon experience. How was the weekend for you?
Oh, it was fun. Tons of Waffle House, tons of fish, tons of cosplay, and tons of vendor hall. Healing was fun. Panels were fun. Yeah, it was like a good old fun old con. Like I guess like it's just like I don't know. Like pretty much, I think everyone's like talked about the same stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, you just went around. Saw a bunch of people. Always good to see people. Very nice meeting people who are like fans and supporters and stuff like that. Always good to talk to them. And yeah, it was just fun getting on stage and seeing people.
Absolutely.
And fun having like you out there and like the other people who hadn't done it before. I thought that was like fun too. Like that was like super cool.
Yeah, no, it was nice having people that knew their way around for us newbies. Talking about like Gabe, Claire, and Nate. It was also their first time out at this convention, and yeah, it was awesome. And Saber had mentioned the Coke Museum and that Paleo and I toured through, which. So I don't drink that much soda anymore. I was like,
right.
Oh my god. Yeah, then kind of going through the aquarium with everybody. That was kind of a blast from the past feel, because we haven't really, at least I haven't done that with our group since BronyCon 2013. So.
Oh yeah, that was 2013. Damn.
Yeah. Throwback. So yeah, it was awesome. And again, I'm currently releasing the vlogs for that. Jax also, I believe you were doing some vlogging throughout the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's uploaded already.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I posted it on my vlog channel. If you go to Jax Vlogs, I like posted it there. Like I have the 2019 Momocon there, and then I have the 2018 Momocon vlog on my like main channel, and I'll probably like move that over sometime. But yeah, I got it uploaded. Like I just because the cool thing is like since I like because Race like has to do all this fancy stuff, which makes his like video look a lot better because it's just like, oh, I got to do this camera and this camera and this camera. For me, it's just like, oh, I just do it on my phone and then I just go in iMovie and stitch them all together and then I just upload it. So it's just like
Nice.
it's like an hour of footage. So yeah, it's
Nice.
super cool.
I mean, I look forward to checking that out as well. So everyone head over to Jax Vlogs and
Yeah,
catch.
where is that, Jax? Where can we find that?
Oh, okay, I'll just post it.
I'm not asking for a plug. I genuinely don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll
So
I'll
you
post
type in the words Jax Vlogs
Jax Vlogs
On the search bar.
on the
YouTube.
search bar on YouTube. Now, where is the search bar? Matt asks. Well, that's a good question, Matt.
It's at the top.
There's a little.
Where is
I'm
the search
glad you
bar?
It's at the top of the web page. How do you get this to the web page?
How do you get
By
to the
the way,
web?
How do you use the scroll on my mouse?
We do have a couple.
How do I
super
buy a
chats.
computer?
Nora Mermaid sent a super chat saying post Griffin depression activated. And then C.284 asked, would any of you ever attend a furry convention like Texas Furry Fiesta?
So okay.
I like pizza.
So first with the Nora post. Again, we saw familiar faces at these conventions.
Yeah.
But Nora was one of those like familiar faces that just made me be like, are we not at a pony convention?
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
think we are.
Right? No, it was like, what is this? A crossover episode? Like, that's what it felt
Especially
like.
when me and Race went into the VIP room where we saw like 3 different people who were like working the con. We're like,
Yeah.
we've seen you at pony conventions. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're right. Well, I gotta say, I was a little bit concerned going into Who's Line and some other panels. So I'm like, bronies, to their credit, are very happy-go-lucky, ready to be pleased people.
Yeah.
These anime people, I mean, will they be more cynical? Will they be harder to impress? But if I could have 5 Nora sing in an audience, like her presence, her joy and energy is overwhelming. And I'm like, and so Nora, sincerely, thank you for showing up to our panels and bringing such energy and just you make it a lot of fun. So you're a very welcome, familiar face, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Love you, Nora.
Yeah, we do. That was great. That was really great. Like whenever Nora was there, I was just like,
Absolutely.
It's like you're in a battle, and you bump into someone's back and you turn and you see Nora and you're like, oh, we're gonna win this fight.
yeah, we got this.
And
He is the
how?
morale.
So
Oh, y'all take
C.284
pros in battle.
was asked, what's up?
It's just
What?
one
Oh no,
thing.
I was talking to Laura. She made me a cup of my. If you can't tell, my throat sucks. I took a COVID test yesterday and it's negative. I'm taking another one tomorrow.
But we did
You do
yell
sound a bit
after that.
froggy. A chance to go to just post-con crud.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's most likely what it is. Because I still have my taste and everything, and
You also didn't sleep too much last night, you said.
no, but yeah, I was super sniffly and my throat's sore. But this, or maybe some tea, and it's really, really good. And it's a really cute cup too.
Yeah, my mom got it for me from Disney.
So it sounds like a lot of us left with similar
Yeah.
crud.
At least we avoided.
But y'all are sick?
Not
I feel
sick,
okay.
just cruddy.
A little bit cruddy.
You got that crud. Yeah, for me, I've
That little tickle in your throat.
just had, which
I'm like
For-
sandpaper.
Well, let's see. You don't eat well. Well, you guys eat well. I know you.
we ate very
Rarely.
well.
You
Well,
barely sleep.
Define
You
well.
run around.
There's eating well, having a carrot stick, and there's eating well as in you just had 17 pizzas or something.
I consider it all healthy.
I'm starting to go back to the gym. I went to the gym yesterday and today. Of course, wiping down equipment and everything, keeping myself. But my body hates me so much right now. It despises me. Like I've had so much water, and I don't know. It's funny to get to a point in life now where I'm like, yep, I'm getting older. Like there was a moment on Saturday after the convention where I was like, I need to go down to my room to take a nap. It was like after a bunch of panels, and I slept for like half an hour or so.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, but then I woke up and I felt like someone took a baseball bat to my legs.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
I like
Don't worry, give it another couple of years and you'll love those moments and you won't care anymore.
Right. Well, I'll just jump off a cliff, so it's all good.
That's Gabe's line.
You could jump together.
Is there a point in someone's life where like 30-minute naps are actually refreshing? Because I feel like my mom can do that. She takes like 10 to 15 minute naps, and then
How?
she
That's
wakes
better
up
for
and
you.
she's like
Yeah,
fine.
I-
She's
Well,
like,
that's
"Oh,
actually
good."
better for you though, because like there was actually a whole like I learned this like in a fitness class, like because like there was a guy who like he was talking about how like it has something to do with like the cycle of sleep. So like if you like sleep like 30 minutes, you actually are going past a certain frame of where you're putting yourself into a deeper sleep. So when you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? Where am I at? Like, where am I going for? But if like you sleep between like 15 to 20, like it's the hard part is falling asleep within 15 to 20 and then staying asleep for that time frame. Cause that's what F's everyone up. But like, there's like, there like Hero can just blip off. He's like 3 CPO, as he would say, and so he would just yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he would say, but it's like he can just like turn himself on and off like that phrasing. But it was like I think Sid,
power.
yeah, and then like freaking Sid can do that too. And then like there's several people we know who can do that sort of thing. But yeah, like that happens to a lot of people where I actually did a video on this a while back. If you try to sleep like 30 minutes, like half an hour, and like you sleep exactly 30 minutes, half an hour, then you are put yourself into a certain, I forget the exact term, but the certain rhythm that was making you go into a deeper sleep, which isn't the best. So you have to like take like honestly, if you want to take a nice full recovered nap, you would actually have to go through different the different cycles. So you would have to sleep like
I'm just gonna sleep at night.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's best just to get your 8 hours a night. But like like there's like also a little trick I learned from my Navy SEAL friend where he was talking about how if you want to get like a really good refreshing nap is like you elevate your legs on like a chair. So like for instance, if you have like just normal chair and you put your legs on it like bent and then you sleep on the floor and you just fall asleep for like 10-15 minutes, you feel very refreshed afterwards. And I was like, oh, let me try it, and it works. So yeah, there you go, little trick for people out there if you want to try it.
No, yeah. I think Saber was also mentioning this, but I nap at work.
Yeah.
I have 15-minute breaks, so I'm like, all right.
I don't know how you
That's
do it.
insane.
I don't know how you can
You put your feet up too.
Yeah.
Part of it is that I don't have a choice, that I have to do it within 15 minutes, so I'm like,
Oh yeah.
but
Like,
there are.
if I make the choice to nap, I have to be in the bed for like an hour, and then I'm satisfied.
Right.
Solid hours or more.
No, yeah, because it takes me like 15-20 minutes to fall asleep. So it's just like if I set my alarm for like 15, it's not like I'm gonna fall asleep. So like I have to like workshop how that goes if I take one. But I just try to get like all my sleep at night.
Well, I found that the easiest way to fall asleep when you're napping is to get 4 hours of regular sleep the night before. You'd be surprised how well that makes you fall
He's
asleep.
always exhausted.
Right.
So C.284 had also submitted a super chat here. Going back to it, basically, would you ever attend a furry convention?
Absolutely.
I like pizza.
So
I don't know if I would like go out of my way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah.
I would go.
I'm not like opposed to going, but I wouldn't be like, oh, for a convention, you gotta go.
Right. Which, to be fair, I also was the same way about multi-genre conventions until this week. So who knows? But I will say this. Momocon. And yes, this is tied in. Paleo and I walked the entire vendor hall together. Now, granted, we had to do it kind of at an accelerated pace. I did not stop at every table, just the ones that seemed to have Disney stuff.
Yeah, we were going there like 30 minutes before the place was gonna close.
Yeah.
So.
I did not find a single Zootopia piece of merchandise.
You should have had the frickin' whatchamacallit, the speakerphone. And be like, does anyone here sell Zootopia? You should have just walked through all the aisles and yelled that, and then you would have had at least one person be like, I have this. I guarantee you would have had like someone go, I got this under the desk. Oh, I'm saving it for this.
That's the thing, is like at pony conventions at this point, like I just have to walk up and they go, nope, sorry. Like they don't even have to say
Well, they
anything
know
I
when.
know who you are.
And they know what I want.
Probably should go to furry conventions.
Yeah.
Right. So
Degenerate.
I would someday. I know that I've actually had some people buy me stuff from furry conventions before. Some pretty cool stuff. So yeah. Who knows? Maybe any furry cons out there, hit us up. We also
Funny
got.
thing is that with Winnie City, there's a furry convention going on the same time.
That's
Just
awesome.
like, just like Ciderfest, there was another furry convention that was going on the same weekend.
Oh.
timing.
In the same hotel?
No, not in the same hotel. Just like,
Oh.
Oh.
and yeah, because the furry convention that's going on at the same time as Winnie City is in Reno.
Oh, what?
Like,
There's a
hmm.
furry convention because there's a friend of mine, and she mentioned because she's a furry, and it's funny when all the people who are furries ask me if I'm a furry, and I'm like, I truly don't know,
Oh.
but I do like living life, and I like seeing weird stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to go to a furry convention just so I can say I've done it. So I'm probably gonna go to one this year because I want to check it out and see what the fuss is about. Because Lord knows we all have our preconceived notions of furry conventions. But of course, people felt the same way about brony conventions, and those are a blast.
What a weird set of conventions those were.
So, what's it called? Midwest Furry Fest. I'll probably end up going to that one just to check it out.
Nice.
I'm gonna go incognito. They won't be able to tell I'm a furry because I'll be wearing my fursona.
They're like, this guy's he's not one of us.
They'll start sniffing my butt, and I'm like, what's happening?
Well, what's different than when we all get together in the hotel room?
You all at least
It's at least in the
ask.
room.
We also, by the way, we got a super chat from Nora, and she just said, "Oh my God, you guys! Now you've got me all verklempt."
Well, did we talk about Winnie City like preview?
No,
Not
we
yet.
didn't preview it. We did not. Is it time?
I think so.
Okay, so once again, and we keep repeating this, Whose Line submissions. That is for both the game Whose Line
We might be good on scenes from a
and
hat.
Scenes from a Hat.
Thanks to
Ambazar's just submitted 50.
But yeah,
Never
I
let
mean,
that slow you
keep
down.
on submitting.
Yeah. So yeah, Winnie City PonyCon coming up this weekend. I believe. I know. I think Saber and Paleo, you guys travel, or all three of us, I think, travel tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jax, when do you travel?
Yeah, I traveled tomorrow. I just need to finish some packing, but it was pretty easy. I like washed all my clothes from like Momocon, so it's
Just
just
throw
like,
'em
oh,
back
I
in.
just pretty much have all my clothes, just minus the cosplays. So it's just like, oh yeah, there we go,
Nice.
good to go.
Nice.
There's
Yeah, I'm the first one arriving. Because my flight is at 6:45 a.m.
Why?
Yeah, it was the cheapest one I could find. That was at a decent airline, and also nonstop.
Yeah.
is Hero going after all, or is it still remains to be seen? I imagine he's going. If
No,
He
said
contacted
he-
me today saying he probably wasn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he said he was like that social meter fatigue was like just completely.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, I know, I am
he's
at that
sick
point.
of us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that. I mean, I'm gonna bring my A game to Winnie City because that's just how we roll. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely feeling that right now.
Right.
Curled in a ball and just kind of going to ground for an hour.
It's definitely going to be a lot more intimate than Momocon.
Yeah, dude, Portillo's and deep
That's
dish pizza.
mind going.
uh,
There's a guy who he might be in the chat. His name's, I believe it's Logan, and he suggested some restaurants before in the area. And there's one he suggested. And I was looking at the menu. And I'm like, this looks fucking phenomenal. Chicago doesn't screw around when it comes to their food. You know, and by proxy, I guess the cities around it. But is it the same hotel as last time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's the same one that has like the arcade across the street.
Yo, yeah, Cool. Should be a good time. I'm a big fan of familiar settings.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep, it'll be good to be back there. Haven't been there since 2019.
Holy shit! Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
I haven't been there since 2018 because I didn't go in 2019.
Oh my god! What is time? Time is not real.
And then Sarah, we had 2 super chats that just came in. One from Anime Guy, which also I believe is Logan,
Yeah.
who you were referring to.
Yeah, Anime Guy says, Saber, if you came out here for Midwest Furry Fest, I might attend one day.
But you'd have to find him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be incognito.
No, I'll probably be walking around just smiling.
And then,
like this. I'm gonna dress up like David Attenborough and just narrate him.
And then Base says, real talk, I can totally see Saber, Race, Paleo, and Jax all going to a fur con together, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
But we should just do a panel called like "Are We a Furry?"
Oh my god.
Together.
Bronies versus bronies versus furries. The final frontier.
Persona Paleo dolphin.
I still.
I used to have one with the dolphin, but I mainly just use my pony now.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
my
Saber, Race, Paleo, and Jax. So the panel called, why are we here?
I turned my dolphin fairy into 4 pony sonas.
It was a good
So
trade.
it's like it's fun.
So Winnie City PonyCon, we're going to be a part of a number of things out there. Opening ceremonies is going to be at 11 on Friday morning. We're going to have a Bronies React panel from 2 to 3 in the main hall. I'm kind of just scrolling through the schedule, so I'm hoping I don't miss anything. And then we have the, let's see, Who's Line is going to be from 1 to 2:30, so an hour and a half Who's Line out there at Winnie City. That will also, again, be on the main stage. We will have How to YouTube from 7:30 to 8:30 that night, Saturday night. And then from 10 to 11:30 on Sunday. So Sunday is going to be pretty packed for us because from 10 to 11:30 we have Who Would Win. And then Saber and I are going to be part of the Guest of Honor Quiplash, which it's Jackbox, from 12 to 1:30. And then I believe Saber and I will also be helping out with the auction. So yeah, I believe we're doing the last hour of that from 4 to 5 up till closing ceremonies. So yeah.
I hope you didn't want to like use the bathroom or eat at any point on Sunday.
Well, that's I specifically when we were talking about the charity auction bit, I'm like, I need to eat hot dogs during this day. So that's why they put us way at the back.
What day is Who's Line?
Huh?
What day is Who's Line?
Saturday from 1 to 2:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Why are you like, that gives me an extra day?
Yeah.
So, looking forward to that. Looking forward to Who's Line and all the other panels that we're going to be doing out here. I think, so after the Bronies Rec panel, I believe on Friday, so basically after 3 o'clock, we're just chilling, which is...
Is that the only thing we have on Friday other than opening ceremonies?
I believe so. So, yeah. Yeah, everything kind of landed on a number of the things for Sunday were things where they kind of came to us saying, "Hey, we'd like you to be a part of it." I just realized there's a kids charity auction that's taking place.
What?
Yeah, I just saw this.
Kids charity auction?
In the kids' room.
Do they use Monopoly money?
I don't know.
Maybe it's like so kids can actually get things because in the actual charity.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that
You
makes
know,
sense.
if a little kid wants to buy like a Rainbow Dash brushie, like in the actual charity auction, you know that kid's not gonna have like $300.
I'd like to imagine that it's just a bunch of kids lined up with their parents sitting on their knees in front of them, and the kids just tap them in the back every time they're like, "Put up money, put up money, match that bid." Okay.
$10 million.
Oh my god. But yeah, very excited. As Saber said, it's going to be nice to be at a familiar setting, seeing familiar faces once again.
There's some vendors, familiar vendors that I'm excited to see again, and also being in a vendor hall that I can go through multiple times.
That is correct. We
Yeah.
will have time to do that. Yeah, I also am very excited about this. Again, it's going to be a very different feel compared to Momocon, I'm sure. But probably on our end, going to feel a lot more relaxed. Oh, look at that! An 18+ vendor hall. Good. So yeah, so that's Windy City. Again, vlogs and panel recordings and whatnot will be happening. But hopefully we get to see you at Windy City PonyCon. Yeah, just very excited about what is to come this weekend. So, Sarah, what else did you have for us?
Well, there was a special.
Like
That-
for My Little Pony?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who all here has seen it? Because I know that y'all were all away.
I saw
Believe
it.
it or not.
Yeah, we watched
Saber
that
and I have
on-
both seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it.
So do we want to get into more spoiler territory, or do we still want to keep it general sort of thought?
You can spoil it.
I can spoil.
Let's
Okay,
spoil.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can spoil as
let's
well.
spoil.
I'll pull up a screen here.
So for those unfamiliar, we're going to pull up a spoiler screen. As long as the screen is up, we'll be discussing potentially anything spoilery regarding the My Little Pony special, Make Your Mark,
Yeah.
which seems to
That's
be
the
the...
bad guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna change it.
That's not right. Spoilers, ahoy.
Let's see.
And then, yeah, if you'd like to avoid spoilers, you can mute the stream until this page goes down, and then you know you're safe to come back in.
Sorry, I'm still making the screen.
Sarah's like, oh, a last-minute decision by ACRacebest. Oh, let's see here. We just got a super chat from Ryan Walterson. And Ryan was out at Momocon.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ryan says, we were at a con with Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Max, Master Chief, Cortana, Mario, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Rizzo the Rat, Samurai Jack, Aku, Toph, Legoshi. I'm surprised I'm still pronouncing these correctly. Griff from Red vs. Blue, Sweetie Belle, and the Beep Beep I'm a Sheep Sheep.
I love that. That's the thing that Black Griffin is.
Beep Beep I'm a Sheep Sheep.
Love that.
Is it bad that when I read Sweetie Belle, I'm like, oh yeah, Pony Person was there.
Yeah, like sweet. Oh, Claire.
I know. So what's funny is the guy who plays Cyborg.
Booyah. Carrie Payton.
I bumped into him at the
The VIP room.
yeah, in the VIP room, but I don't know him as Cyborg. I know I didn't even know this guy was there, but he's also an actor in The Walking Dead. And so it was just like bizarre walking back there and being like, oh, that guy. There he is. So I was like, cool dude. And he's like, ah, yes, you know my work in animation. And I'm like, you're in animated stuff too?
We also we didn't like bump into him, but he was like in the VIP room as me and Race were going back there. But Bill Farmer was like showing some photos to people.
Yeah.
And, like just his regular voice just sounds like Hop Up from Amphibia.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm less familiar with Amphibia, but even then,
it's
like,
very hints of Goofy as well.
yes, like I was like, oh yeah, that's the voice of Goofy.
Right.
I love the
Um,
art in progress that the stream is currently getting.
All right, I got it.
She did it. That was quick. Nice job. All right, so from this point forward, one last warning that we are going to be discussing spoilers for Make Your Mark.
What?
All right, Make Your Mark. Who's going to make
Go.
their mark?
Are we talking about the movie?
The special, the Make Your Mark special that premiered.
Yeah. It's marked as Chapter 1, Episode 1. So
Yeah.
I guess it's technically the premiere of the season.
Yeah.
It was
I
fine.
like the fact that they're contemplating getting into world building with it.
Yeah.
It was
I think
mid.
that was
Yeah,
one
I
of the
think
stronger
the
points of
world
Generation
building is
4.
the number one thing that they're like focusing on for this series, because that's the one thing that ties it to Generation 4, and I feel like that's a very important thing for them to hold on to as we kind of transition from, generation to generation. So I think that's very smart, and I'm hoping that they make a compelling story.
And I was not expecting Zip to be the magic detective that she is, but I was not expecting that of her character, but I like that that's where she's going.
Yeah. I also didn't expect her to be the main character of the, premiere episode of the series.
Right?
When,
Yeah.
Sunny's over there.
She could sit in the back. It's zipper
She could
time.
knock over her ice cream stand all day long.
Yeah, so this was, it's funny because like even with the tell your tale stuff, this I felt like was the moment where I realized like, oh, the voice actors are different.
Yeah.
Right.
I felt like the biggest difference probably lands with Izzy.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like I feel like it's so weird to be back at this stage with I'm gonna say the show, but like because like My Little Pony Gen 4, like you watch like some stuff from season 1 and compare it to stuff that we got in like the last 3 seasons, and it's very different. Like, well, I shouldn't say very different, but there are differences.
Yeah,
in the-
even the way that some lines are delivered. compared
Yes.
to-
Yeah, the voice acting is different. Obviously, the animation improved. So I feel like over time we're gonna see these voice actors. I feel like right now they're kind of in a box where they're like,
We've got to make references to the G5 movie.
I gotta be as close to that as I can. Where
Yeah.
once they get over time, I'm hoping they're gonna be able to kind of
grow into their characters a bit more.
and make them their characters. And plus, the hope also lies with the animation is that hopefully over time they'll be able to, because obviously the budgets aren't comparable.
Right.
So I'm just kind of hoping that they're going to be able to. There were moments in this where I'm like, see, that was a smart way to utilize the animation, to not make it jarring. But yeah, I mean, it was. I think Laura used the word fine.
Yeah.
I say that's it's.
Yeah, I
was
also
mid.
thought it
That
was
kind of
fine.
fine.
It was mid to be. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jax looked like he was in distress on the bed when I walked in, and they were like halfway
Yeah.
through it.
Though I do think that like some episodes, like when we actually get like actual episodes that aren't like a premiere, that will probably have some better like writing and stuff in it, because this is always, at least to me personally, sometimes the premieres and sometimes the finales as well, like even from G4, are pretty hit and miss compared to the episodes throughout the season. But with this premiere, it definitely like Ray said, it seems like we're going back to where they're trying to get their footing with this style, especially since it's like a different studio working with these models. And also, yes, some of the animation, it's weird because like some of the animation looks good, and then some of the animation looks a little bit rushed. Because like there's some points where there's that one pony called Posey, the yellow one, where she kind of pivots on her on her hind limbs. It's really odd when you see it. But then there's other moments where you see like when you see like Sunny talking when Pip is recording her about like talking about the Maritime Bay Day thing, and like saying like come to Maritime Bay for a day in the sunshine or whatever, and that's animated really well.
Yeah.
And there's also another point where like Zip is talking and it looks really good. So it's kind of like hit and miss with the animation at the moment.
I wonder if that's also it might be. I imagine with something like this that you're dealing with multiple animators too. So
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So you probably got some people who are like, how the fuck did you do that? Oh, let me show you.
Right.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I did laugh that, like, Hitch isn't even really a sheriff. He's just the manager that all the Karens in town go to when there's, like, a minor inconvenience.
So he's the sheriff.
Well,
Yes. Yes, he is.
he doesn't.
They messed up my order at the McDonald's. I'm calling 911.
This umbrella hit my sandcastle.
Right.
So Jax, what were you gonna say?
Okay, so in my opinion, all right, so I watched this with freaking Paleo, Hero, and Katie in the room and stuff like that. And when I was watching it, I was just like, it's okay. And then like there are some parts that would make me laugh and chuckle, and then like it like finished, and I was just like, oh, it was I think everyone in the room was just like, it was fine. It was mid. It was fine. It was shit like that. Yeah. So like everyone in the room was just like sort of on the same level, and so like that's what I was. And then like the thing at the end, I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know if it was just the lighting. I just did not care for that design at all. Like the way it looked, it's just like, okay, I don't care about this. I didn't care.
Not look good.
She's like a glow in the dark,
did not.
like pony.
Yeah, I was like, that did not look good. And I was thinking
maybe that's why she's the villain.
Right.
She
oh
doesn't
yeah.
look good.
True. Yeah, she doesn't look good. But like then I'm thinking,
we found out what they did with them.
Right. No, because like, and now I'm thinking, and because I was watching. I was like, okay, the movie was really good. I really enjoyed the movie. And then we get those little shorts. I thought they were like, eh. And then like they have this show, and like this is just the first episode. So again, like I always give it my rule of 5 thing, where it's just like, okay, like I will see if we go. I'll say like as a premiere, again, like G4 like had a better premiere, of course, with the first 2 episodes. Because it's like if you're comparing the first 44 minutes of G4, because this is basically the first 2 episodes. Like I know they say it's a special,
Right.
but it's just a 44 minutes, so it's just 2 episodes in one. All right, whatever. So that's what I'm gonna count it as, like the first 2 episodes. So I compare that to like G4. It's like, okay, well, I like the G4 first 2 episodes better. And when G4's episodes were going, I was like, okay, I could just kept watching, and then I was like,
wouldn't technically the movie be the first like?
2.
I wouldn't say that.
episodes?
I wouldn't say that was the first set, because that was just like that's too much bustedness. Like I wouldn't say like My Little Pony the movie or for 2017
like,
is like
if you did watch this premiere like as your first introduction to these characters, it would not work at all.
right.
Because like it's the first time seeing these characters, you have no idea who they are.
Well, it's like
They-
Kung
they-
Fu
they
Panda.
reference the movie enough,
Well, it's
but-
like the Kung Fu Panda TV show where they did that too,
Yeah,
where it's just like, yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
like the movie is required watching before you watch this.
right, yeah, like same thing with the Kung Fu Panda series. But I think like for me, just like watching it, I'm just like, okay, like you got this. So I'll give it like a few more episodes, and if you grab me, cool. But like the thing with me is I'm not really stressing about it, because like I think what it is because I'm very familiar with other Hasbro products. Like for example, Transformers. I've seen so many Transformer series over the years. Like there are some that are really good, like G1's great, Beast Wars great, Transformers Animated great, Transformers Prime great. But then there's like some that aren't that great, like Transformers like Robots in Disguise 2001 or in 2015 and stuff like that. And so it's just like I've seen so many variations. So for me right now, I'm looking at what Hasbro does with certain series, because like they've also done this with some G.I. Joe stuff too, where it's like, oh, that G.I. Joe special was really good, oh, that G.I. Joe special was shit, oh My Little Pony. And it's like, okay, look at the track record for that. It's like, okay, there's G1, which I don't think a lot of us are like, oh god, G1 is so fucking hype. And then it's just like there's G2, which is again just G2. I don't think any of us care for G3 or G3.5 besides race in that box. So okay, so like it's just I think like the win was G4. So it's like it's not like for example, if I look at another franchise, Ninja Turtles, right? Ninja Turtles 1987, like majority of that pretty good, non-biased. 2003, phenomenal Ninja Turtle series, majority of that great. 2012, phenomenal series, like majority of that, and it started off slow but got better as it went around, and like you even see like the CGI progress. With this special, it sort of reminded me of those Strawberry Shortcake CGI things that going on,
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh yeah, we're like, I don't know, like the vibe and the writing and the dialogue just sort of felt that way to me, and so I was like, oh, that seems. I don't know if that's kind of the vibe they're going for, but that's the vibe I picked up from it. And so, like, for me personally, I will have to like just see like how it is with the next. I'll give it 5 episodes just because I want to like see like how it goes.
I do want to see more like character focused episodes.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give it like again like those type of 5 episodes. But again, it's one of those situations where like I remember like after Transformers Prime, I was like watching something. I was like, oh man, I'm so excited for this. And I was just like, no. I'll just wait for the next gen. So it's just it's happened like so many times before. But I'll see. Like that's what it is right now. That's where I'm at with it.
How long are the episodes supposed to be from here? Are they going to be shorter or 45 minutes?
They're going to be like 22 minutes.
So I do wonder, like hearing you and Jax talk, it does kind of make me think about like this did feel like a lot of things could have been tightened up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not like we've had. I feel like even with G4, sometimes when things were split up into 2 episodes, sometimes I felt like then we also had kind of a bit of pacing issues where it's like this could have been one episode. I wonder maybe if that's it's possible that might be where they hit their stride is with these shorter episodes. I mean, and again, this is me just speculating, but. Yeah, I didn't think about that until then.
Yeah, it's funny because there's like a major plot point that happens in the Make Your Mark premiere that is spoiled in the Tell Your Tale short that came out the same day, and also in the game, because I played the game a couple days ago when I was recording it, or yesterday when I was recording it, and like in both that short and the game, they're like, oh yeah, Earth Ponies have magic now. So if you did not watch the premiere, it was like, oh yeah, don't play the game or watch that Tell Your Tale short first.
Didn't they kind of spoil that at the end of the movie too?
We didn't know what kind of magic they had.
Yeah, it was it was a hint.
Great magic.
Yeah, but for like for that Tell Your Tale short and the game is like, oh yeah, they have like plant magic or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And also the fact that Hitch can talk to animals.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when I watched the Tell Your Tale short, when I got back home, I was like, I kind of like this better. Like as far as that last short they did, because that was the 10th short they've had so far, I believe.
And I'm like I want everything. Obviously, like it'd be nice if everything was great, but like if there are like you said, like there's some Tell Your Tale episodes where it's like, oh, these were good. Same with like obviously, again, it would be great if every episode is like, oh, yes, this was perfection. But we already know, like, especially after 9 seasons of ponies, that you're not going to hit it on everyone.
Right. I think at the moment, between Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale, it feels like there's 2 different writing styles going on that they split after G4, where it's like, oh, yeah, the Tell Your Tale is supposed to be the more, like, humorous like writing style that they have, and then the Make Your Mark is going to be the more not more serious but more grounded writing style. It seems like that's split off from G4 because G4 had a lot of both. But for this, it feels like it's split at the moment.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching the Tell Your Tale short, I was like, man, I wish it was like something in between the Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale style of writing. So, but we'll have to see when the series itself comes out, though, because I don't know. Because, like, premieres are really hard to gauge what a show is going to be like, especially if it's like, introducing something, like, new or whatever, like the Earth Pony magic.
Yeah.
Right.
And also Hitch having a dragon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're splitting up, like, attributes of Twilight amongst the, like, 5 characters. Like,
one gets the dragon.
One gets the dragon, one's, like, the smart person that likes to find out answers to stuff, and then there's Sunny who has the alicorn magic, and then there's just Izzy and Pip.
How funny! Like I've cracked up if it turns out that Zip is actually the main character.
Yeah,
I'd love it.
She seemed like it in this episode.
It did. It did.
Like the premiere of the show.
The whole like I don't wanna leave my friends, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the first episode of Gen 4.
Yeah.
I love what Face said in the chat. Like, but can G5 Earth Ponies magic grow weed though? Important question. Well, they can grow any plant, so.
Looks like cocaine's back on the menu, boys.
I have
Yeah.
to talk about Izzy and her unicycling, quote unquote, of
Oh, that
the
was a
lantern.
Oh, this Sarah was.
Oh.
When
So-
we were so we reacted to it last night, and I had previously watched it, and I like immediately was like, Jeffrey, I need to know your thoughts on this, and I'm like, or I just need to say what my piece. But so yeah, it's revealed earlier in the episode that Izzy's gonna, fix up this lantern that Sunny's dad made for her as a child, because it's all broken and stuff from like the big old collapse of the previous lighthouse.
Yeah.
And then she gives it to Sunny later in the episode, and Sunny immediately recognizes it, and then it cuts to the shot of the lantern, and I'm like, in what way? In what way is that even remotely like her dad's lantern?
You fixed it and completely rebuilt it using all new parts, and did you just throw away the old one? Yes.
I'm just like, it's not even recognizable. How did you know what it was? It's just one of those things where it's like, not only is it just like that weird disconnect of like it being like, did you even recognize it? But also being like, I'm gonna take this thing that was very precious to my friend and not even
Ask.
or even
Well, in
acknowledge.
fairness, it was busted and kind of lost.
Well, but also you should probably, it's like if you had like a
Hey, I
stuffed
found
animal
this, do
that
you
was
want it?
precious to you, and someone was like, oh, I'm gonna like get it all fixed up, and then you
Yeah.
just bring home a completely different fucking stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what?
No, that's valid.
So, Jax.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Where were you guys in the episode when I walked into the room and you guys paused?
I think we had
We
like
were,
10
like-
minutes left.
Yeah, we had like 10 minutes.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Because I did feel like for me, it took a bit for me to be like, no, this is all right. Like when it first started, I was like, oh boy, here we go. Because there's a few hints of the animation.
Yeah.
Right.
Which again, it's interesting to me that studios want to go the route of animation versus what we got with like Gen 4.
Yeah, I was like telling the guys like afterwards, it was just like, what if they just like pull an American Dragon Jake Long where they completely change the animation in season 2? Just like, yeah, let's just go back to G4 stuff.
But I feel
that
like
stuff sells like Gamebuster.
And again, I'm not speaking from like a knowledgeable standpoint, but it seems to be that like shows in 2D are able to mask budgetary differences better
Mhm.
than I feel like it's more limiting with 3D, so they're gonna have to be very smart.
It also doesn't help that we got the movie first, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of like shooting them in the foot with it, where it's just like, okay, like everything, because when you have such great quality like that, it's like everything that follows that's not that quality is just going to be a downgrade. So it all becomes like super noticeable. Not necessarily like a bad thing, like it's understandable, but it's just like, okay, you had that freaking A+ movie, but now, okay, so you change the voice out. The voice actors are doing a great job. So okay, whatever. We have to get adjusted to it. Okay, whatever. And then you have like those little shorts. Majority of those shorts are just kind of like, they're good for like, kids, but it's just like, like it doesn't feel like, it doesn't capture the magic of G4 where it felt like, oh, anyone can watch that. It felt more like, I mean, they're fine, like it's just, that's what it was. And then you get to this special, which felt very much just like, okay, I'm definitely seeing like all the like little flub ups, like there's like glitching there and there, and it's just like, this is okay, but then like the plot of what's going on, it's just like, and then like what Sarah was mentioning with certain things, just like that doesn't seem right, but okay, whatever. And so like there's just like a lot of things like that that's just sort of like compile up, where it's just like, yeah, you it's like you kind of shot your wad like with that, but now it's like everything is like following that. It's just we'll see. Like
But
again,
Jax, Aren't you the one who says sometimes you want steak and sometimes you just
want a hot dog?
burger?
It's true. I did say that. but
we
I will
won't. We
say-
won't mention what context this was in.
That was a beautiful analogy, and everyone knows it. But no, it was a. But it's funny though, because it was just like honestly, it did feel just very much like a strawberry shortcake short to me. One of those CGI ones, or like one of the things with the.
It's funny because Anna Sani, the voice of Izzy, is also the current strawberry shortcake.
There you go. There you go. So it feels more like that. So it feels. I know that Hasbro is like, oh, we want to make ponies this like big thing or whatever. But I'm saying like, I think like they really have a long road ahead of them just to get the things going. Like you really have a lot of stuff just to start stacking up again, because it's just like, again, looking at the track record, it's just like, okay, how many My Little Pony series are objectively like great? It's just like, they're just okay. But then like you get to G4 and it's just like, okay, this is like legitimately like really good. This is legitimately well done. Then it ended and it's completely fine and we still have it forever and we will always enjoy it. Then we have that G5 movie, really good, always enjoy it. But then like you move on to the other things, and so it's just like, it's just the beginning stages, so I'm not going to be too harsh and be like, oh, it's like doomed. It's just one of those situations of things to keep an eye on, because it's just like, oh, I hope you improve from here, but if it doesn't, it's just like, oh, okay, well, I've done this dance so many times with Transformers at this point, so it's just like, okay, so G6, here we go.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna bring up the voices with because like I got used to the voices pretty easily by watching the Tail Your Tail shorts, so it doesn't really bother me. However, when I was playing the game, when I played the game yesterday, I think the game was maybe the first thing they recorded, because they sound different.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same people?
I think mostly it's the same people. I was literally just trying to look that up as I was going in, but I did recognize some voices when I saw the credits after I beat the game. I was like, oh yeah, there's Jenna Warren and the other people. But I noticed that especially Izzy in the game sounds like she's trying to sound like Kamiko Glenn.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And eventually.
Which I feel like is a little bit the downfall for the like special for me, where she's like obviously trying to do things that Kamiko Glenn like did for
nail.
Izzy.
Right.
Like,
She
and I
needs-
feel like
she needs
she
to
just-
make her own.
yeah.
It's just gonna have to happen.
But
Sorry, Izzy
you
people.
can
Which I
can
think
definitely
is-
tell it in the game though. Whenever you guys do that for Ready Player Dumb or whatever, because like it's very like it literally just sounds like it's the first thing that she tried to record for this character.
Yeah.
Was someone else saying something?
Yeah, I think that may just be the general thing for my summary of this intro,
Mm-hmm.
where G4 had fully fleshed out characters, and I'm not saying that I know what the development process has been like for here, but when you watch the first 2 episodes of G4, you felt the characters, you felt the strengths, you felt the weaknesses, you felt like you were on a full journey, and it felt like there was a lot of depth already invested in the backstories that we had yet to see. Here, they're kind of still hitting on one note, hitting on tropes, and we've had a movie, some shorts, and this 2-part series to really get them fleshed out and in their own. And I fully expect, like Jaxie said, give it 5 episodes. Let's see what they can do. You know, I don't expect them to woo me out of the gate at the same time.
Right.
I'm willing to overlook animation flubs. Heck, an animation flub gave us Derpy, so, you know, hard to complain about that.
Right.
Possibly one of the most beloved secondary characters of that series. But
Secondary.
you gotta have the story there. A good story, a good plot, good characters will more than make up for vocal deficiencies or animation deficiencies. And it feels like they're still trying to figure out what they want them to be.
Right.
Which I hope they get it figured out, because, you know, if it goes well, great. And if not, well, I'm willing to give it a chance.
G6. Yes.
Jack's is already looking forward to the next gen.
But no, that's how it was with Transfer. Like, I remember one time there was like this I think like with Transformers Gen 2, that one was stupid because like literally it was just Gen 1, but they took like all these like really cringy like CGI edits and would put them in there and like transition to next scene, and it was just like, what is this? What is this? This is literally just an inferior version of Gen 1. And then like when they got to like stuff like Beast Wars, it was like, oh yeah, this is good. But then there was a follow-up series to Beast Wars, and it was just like, this is ass. And so like they just it like kept going back and forth and back and forth. So I'm just like, I'm just like happy that we had G4, because G4 was just such a like out of nowhere like masterpiece. I was like, bruh, like if you can maintain that, that's impressive. But if not, it's just like, okay, well, you got another gen. This has, bro. They've done this several times before. So.
Right. All right. Any other thoughts before we wrap up the discussion on the special?
The dragon looks bad.
Oh.
It looks horrible.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
terrible. It looks
Yeah.
that looks terrible. The villain looks terrible. It's just, I'm sorry.
They need to work on the butts of the ponies. There, I said
the
it.
plots.
They don't have enough of the legs attached to the body too far down, so you don't get. It doesn't look like a butt. It just looks like a nub. It's gotta look like a butt, Sarah. Fix it.
Well, I don't know.
Fix it.
They're purposely designed without butts.
No! That was the best part of G4!
Yay.
All right. Well, should we wrap that up?
I think so.
Sarah coming in with the last word there on the dragon.
Yeah.
Killing him. Right at the get-go. All right. What else do we have? Or did we make it through
I
everything?
think we made it through everything.
Whoa, that never happens. All right, cool. So we have about 20 minutes here for Q&A.
Yeah.
As
Q&A.
As always, we are going to prioritize our super chats, but you can also submit a question via YouTube, hashtag SPP questions. And
Do it.
Yeah.
That's it. Go ahead, send us a question.
Yeah. All right. Let me look through Twitter here real quick while we wait on some super chats to come in. Let's see. So Ozzyall asks, know that you went to a Momocon. What's the difference at the multi-genre convention than what you normally get at a pony convention? So what's the difference? Is what Ozzyall is
so
asking.
much.
There are a lot of differences. The ones that stuck out to me immediately is that there's no like opening or closing ceremony, and the reason for that is that everyone's kind of there for different reasons. So you don't have this, oh hey, like even in the sense of the guests, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, look at these voice actors we brought out, or actors in general that we brought out. Some people are like, that's cool, I'm here for the games. Like there's so many different aspects. Some are just there to, hey, I'm gonna cosplay for the weekend and show it off. It feels like there's much more of a spread, which also was why when we were going into this with our panels this weekend, you don't know what kind of crowd you're going to be expecting, because it's not like everyone's there for the same thing, and there's so many panels going on at the same time, that you really are, I guess, competing in a sense for the people. So yeah, but what about you guys? What else do you notice is different?
I mean, no, it's just like, for instance, I mean, the size is just like so different. Like, I mean, like there's like, well, like, because it is weird, like going from, say, if you've been to BronyCon, like you go to BronyCon, it's like, wow, this place is so big, it's so massive. Then you go to Momocon, it's like, wow, BronyCon's a baby, and so it's just like, wow, it's like so, like it just completely outgrosses it in like size. And then there's just like you said, the different cosplayers, the different panels, the different type of people, like the parties and stuff like that they are throwing like out in public and stuff like that. Like I mean, like it's just like a whole the whole courtyard thing of just like so many people out there just partying it up. It's crazy. I just it's Like, what is the best way to put it? I guess, like, I mean, like, what I do love about Momocon, though, is there's, like, a lot of pony sleeper agents where, like, if you say, like, oh, I like ponies, like, they'll just come out the woodwork, like, dude, that was my shit. Yeah, shit, like, they'll just, like, come out the woodwork. I love that so much. So that was always, like, the fun thing about Momocon. Well, like, at, other conventions, it's just like, you know, everyone's like, we know what we're about, son. So it's just like they're just showing everything. But like with Momocon, it's just, I like this, but I also like this. And then you can like talk this. Everyone is like getting drunk, and everyone's also like smoking some grass. So like it's like if you go in that courtyard, it's just like freaking the big smoke cloud of shit. It's like it's freaking it's crazy. Waffle House, fun. Stuff like that. And in a way, it's similar to BronyCon with like if you stay out too late, those are shanking hours or something like that. So that's it's fun. It's a fun thing.
I was gonna say like compared to something like BronyCon, I know that at BronyCon race, like you and Saber would like going from panel to panel would get stopped a lot.
Yes.
Whereas like with Momocon, it's only Saber that gets stopped.
I get stopped so many times too. So like, recently. No, I think it's just because like either I'm cosplaying or like okay. So the thing is like I guess for like multi-genre stuff, it is one of those scenarios because like there are so many times because like again like I don't have like any necessarily standout like features that people just go, oh, that's Jax right there, because like again there's just like a lot of brothers who love anime there too, so it's just like oh, okay. So like a lot of the times people would like double take at me, so it's like wait, oh shit, oh yo, what's good, and stuff like that. While at like BronyCon or like any PonyCon, it's just like, oh, there's one of 3 black guys here, it must be Jaxblade or someone else. So it's just like that. So, there you go.
All right, Sarah, did we get some super chats?
Yeah, we did. We got one from Anime Gaia 1 saying, anyone see the Owl House season finale?
Should I say
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No,
I saw
I
it.
haven't yet.
I need to watch it. We just finished.
I need to catch up.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
No, you haven't.
Okay, you got me.
I didn't get to see
I
any of the
did.
current season.
And then for Canyon, in the chat, sends a super chat saying, I just celebrated my 10th year anniversary of having first turned 10, so here's $20. What advice do you have for this old man?
You know, for a second,
how old is he? He just turned 20?
Yes, 20.
I honestly first read this, and
Yeah.
the math in my brain was like, you're 100 years old for gaming?
If you're 20, take care of your body's joints, okay?
Yeah.
Like, those are important. Those are very important. So do yoga, do your mobility training. Trust me, you'll feel so much better later on in life if you take care of your mobility stuff right now. A lot of people just focus on like doing, oh, I'm going to just lift weights and be super strong, blah, blah. And then they have all these injuries like, oh God, it takes me like 3 freaking steps to get up. And you don't want to age like that. You want to age properly, healthy, take care of yourself. What else? Drink plenty of water. It'll do nothing but good for your skin, makes you look younger, make you feel better, you'll have more energy. And yeah, eat your green vegetables, all that jazz. And yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good. Just like have fun with it.
Yeah, you got like 50 to 70 more years at least, probably. So, like Jack said, take care of it. Also, you're 20. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy the 20s.
Have some fun. Work for the future. Enjoy the present. You only go around once, and life's not a dress rehearsal.
Yes.
Damn. It's weird to think that when I turned 20, I didn't know any of... Well, I knew you. I knew Matt, but I didn't know ponies, because ponies G4 didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
So you have so much time to do who knows what the fuck. All right, sir. Do we got other questions
Let's
here?
see. Let's go back to Twitter Town.
Twitter Town.
Let's see. This was something that we missed last time, but it's an interesting question, so I'll bring it back.
Oh.
Nathaniel Foga asks, what was your guys' rooms like when you were kids?
Messy.
Full of Power Rangers toys.
Nice.
Full of Dragon
And
Ball
Legos?
Z.
Yeah. The
So it
rooms
hasn't
that
really
I can
changed.
remember when growing up, I had a Powerpuff Girls room. Like I had the bedspread and everything. like a nightstand that had Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, I was a big Powerpuff Girl fan.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, and then I had the kind of like, oh, let's paint the cloudy sky on the ceiling sort of room, and then like glow in the dark, stars at nighttime.
Your parents were like, "Oh, there she goes."
And then when I got into my early teens, I did something atrocious to my room and painted it lime green.
Oh wow!
I don't know why. I thought it would look good when I was like 12 or 13, and then I quickly was just like, "Oh fuck, this is what I gotta live with until it's time to like renovate my room."
That's crazy to me how people just are like, I could just paint my room whenever. Because I as a base kid, I was like, oh, I would have got the worst whooping ever. Like, we own this house.
I used to I used to turn every part of my room that I could into a racetrack for my Hot Wheels.
Oh, nice.
I had a lot of like race cars, like they're supposed to be collectibles, but when you're like, my dad gave me
beating and banging.
Yeah, when my dad gave me these, I'm like, oh, cool race cars, and I ripped them open, and I'm like, yeah. And I mean,
As you should.
to be fair, those were my first announce gigs that I ever had, because I used to announce the race that I was making happen. And, I could only move 2 cars at once. But yeah, I had like all the tracks laid out. I had my whole carpet was one track. There was a step in my room that I called Step Aside Raceway. There was a countertop that I'd use. There were cars everywhere.
But you didn't have a race car bed, did you?
I did
like,
not.
of all the people here, that you would have probably had the race car bed, but you didn't.
No, I did not. Tommy did.
Oh!
Tommy had a race car bed.
Wow.
I did not.
That reminds me. Race, have you tried out that Hot Wheels Unleashed game?
Which one?
Hot Wheels Unleashed.
No.
Yeah, it's like literally like driving on Hot Wheels tracks.
Isn't that very limiting though?
No, they have like wide like.
Ah,
but
okay.
They look like the Hot Wheels tracks though.
Ah, I gotcha.
It's really cool looking. Here, I'll send you a link to the
Like
Steam
you're
page.
chasing down the
It's
chaos
on
and everything
everything
in a
though.
car.
Well, bring it on. Sarah made a note of it too.
Yep.
Paleo just sent it. So cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Let's see. What were some other people's bedrooms? Any notable bedrooms of
Matt, do you have like a
Did you have like a big desk where you had a nameplate being Mr. Lawyer Panama?
Yeah.
Matt?
Mr. Lawyer Panama.
You
He's
have
like
a
freaking
very
5 years
interesting
old.
vision of me as a kid.
I've only known you to be you.
That is fair. I was in law school when we met, so yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You had a freaking giant wooden desk where you would drink your apple juice in the finest glass that you would get from your
You ever seen Boss Baby?
Yes.
I was ruling from the bench at an early age now.
Mm.
Fairly standard room. Had a trundle bed. One of the bed slides out from the underbed, so you have 2 beds, so you have someone stay over, they can, stay with you.
Oh, I had the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, those are awesome beds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for it wasn't actually like a bed. It was literally just a mattress under my bed.
It was.
Well, that works too.
Yeah, I had one, and it was the one that you would also pop up, so like it would be level with your regular
Ooh,
bed.
Fancy.
But at some point it failed, and one of my friends was sleeping in it when it did that.
Oh, it fell
went-
off.
That had to be exciting.
It just fell down the 2 feet of elevation.
Like Step Brothers.
Yeah.
The scene in Step Brothers
Exactly.
where the bed just comes down.
All right, we got another question.
Let's see. AJ asks, with the recent multiverses hype and their confirmation of third-party characters coming, if any of you plan to play, who would you like to see? For example, I think Twilight's possible as she has a moveset potential, brand recognition, and memes.
Judy Hopps.
Twilight versus Mordecai.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
Multiverses is the
Warner
the Warner
Brothers.
Brothers. Yeah, the Warner Brothers like a Smash clone that's it's going to be like a free to play game. I actually have a code for it for the alpha access. So I'm gonna try that out. I'll probably try it out a bit at Winnie City, just to mess around with it. But a third party, because yeah, I didn't see anything about that. I'll have to.
I want
confirm
Beetlejuice.
that.
Beetlejuice.
Uh-huh.
There you go. That'd be a
Don't say
fun
his
one.
name a third time.
Who, Beetlejuice?
Hey guys,
Yep.
But
Hey, there he is.
I'm sorry. I fell asleep. I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay. Have a
Okay.
good night.
I hope we
You'll
gave
be
you a
able
good
to feel
nap.
better.
I'm just not feeling very good. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Wouldn't it be
Beetlejuice.
cool if like Lydia was also a playable character and it's like kind of like that switch off,
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
Pokemon Trainer and Smash.
He's a
That'll be your
sandworm.
special.
Seeking
You just
Zelda.
summon in Beetlejuice to rains down hell for a little while.
Mhm.
I do want since they have Finn and Jake in it, I do want Mordecai and Rigby, from regular.
And then
show.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like airplanes in the night sky. That'll be their final attack when you like have them on the
Oh,
same
no.
team. They just shoot an airplane at you. Fucking.
So, Nathaniel, again, who was at Momocon, asks, favorite and or weirdest moments you guys had at Momocon?
The weirdest moment. There was this one weird moment with like other cosplayer when I was like Deku, and then I was like just sitting. I was like texting someone. I forget who I was texting, and then like they came up to me and were like picture. And I was just like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. And so like we got into our pose and did it, and it was just like, and I think what it was like they were thinking I wanted the picture, and it's just like, this is just like, here, you should follow me. And no, it was like, no, they were like, they took the picture, and I was like, okay, yeah, you have a good one. They were like, wait, look, and I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. And they were like, social media, follow it. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. It's like, take a picture so you can follow it later. I'm just like, okay. It was one of those weird scenarios. I was like, what? Why? Like, because it went away because I thought they were like, oh, here's my social media. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was just like nodding my head like, cool. And I was about to leave. And they're like, you should take a picture so you don't forget it. You know, just like, okay. And then like, they were like, yeah, take a picture. And so I was like, okay. And then I took the picture, and then they were like, cool. Right. And then they like wanted like they were like, let's go. And so they're the person they were with, and I was just like, what the fuck is it? And then I just like fucking deleted the show. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Why? That was just like fucking is entitled shit. Or I was just like, oh, okay, no thanks.
I mean, favorite was probably, you know, being on stage for Who's Line and just seeing how well that was going. You know, multiple times where Saber and I kind of turned to each other going, this is working out.
Yeah, thankfully, since our stage was smaller than normal.
Very small. I had a weird run-in with a photographer at the
Oh yeah,
con.
you told me about that.
Yeah.
Is that in the vlog or no?
No, I wasn't vlogging. It's funny enough. So Nora might have actually seen a little bit of this, but just before the concert started, Nora was up in the middle of the front, and I was off to the side, off in a corner. And she's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "Well, I got my spot right here." And there was like a little like cutout where the chairs. They put these chairs to line the stage to keep people away from the stage. And there's like a little, you know, when you put these square blocks together, they're gonna form an empty square block like corner. And so I was joking, saying, "Oh, this is my dance space." And all of a sudden, I had like I was all but being told off by this photographer who was like, "Oh, if I so much as touch any of," like starts pointing at everyone, like, "If I so much as touch any of you, I will call security." And I'm like, "What a cheerful lad!" This person like jumped right into it, like just. I was like, "All right." So that was.
Are they from one of the racetracks you go to?
No, but there seems to be something about photographers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now I say that. I feel like this is the first time at a convention where I've been like, what an unpleasant photographer. You know, we've had a good run with and I don't even know, like, I don't think this guy was, so to speak, with the convention. I don't know. It's just when you turn around and instead of like saying, hey guys, just a heads up, I'm going to be in this area. If you guys can keep it clear for me, I'm going to be moving around. Instead, you turn around and you go, if I so much as touch any of you, I will call security. I'm like, okay.
Call security.
Yeah.
What are they gonna
try
do?
it?
That's one of those situations where it's just like, all right, bet, do it. I'll wait here. You know what? I'll call them for you.
Well, it's
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, it's funny too because then Gabe started performing and he was hopping all over those chairs and I'm like, I wonder what's going through this photographer's mind now. But yeah, I don't know what that was all about. But there is absolutely a professional way to conduct yourself, and that was not it. It's like, and I that used to be something that when I was younger, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe I am. Doing something wrong.
Back
It's
in my
like
day, people knew how to treat people with respect.
well, it's just it's like you get to that point where you're like, oh, I've seen this before. I get the kind of person I'm dealing with here. Again, it's incredible, folks. Anyone listening, to go the route of being like, hey, I'm going to treat you respectfully, so then maybe you'll respect what I'm asking of you. It goes so much further than jumping straight to, hey, this is a dictatorship, and I will have you killed for no reason.
Right.
I don't know. I was just like,
Nah.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it didn't ruin my experience, but I did definitely laugh about it. I was like, all right. Nora, I just saw in the chat, says, I do remember that, and the photographer was kind of a jerk. Oh my gosh. I see multiple people who remember the photographer. I figured this was going to be a subtle enough moment that no one would know who I was talking about. But here we go. Well, Sarah, I think, is that the last question we have here that we're probably going to hit up tonight?
Let's see. Do you think that one's a good one?
The favorite and
Fun?
weirdest moments of...
Yeah.
That's a great question. We just answered it.
Did we?
That was the one I was just answering.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I spaced out for a little while. My bad.
But that's a good ender.
Yeah,
You
okay.
agree?
Yes.
You agree? Bro huff. All right. So that's going to be a wrap here on the Semi-Perfect Podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks to recap Windy City Pony Con, talk about what it's going to be like to have a break. We're going to be like, I don't even know what else between now and then. We got a convention looming right in front of us here. So, definitely going...
World next week!
Wait, what is next week? Jurassic World!
Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, shit. So I know what else we'll be talking about. Yeah. But yeah, keep an eye out, again, on the ACRacebest channel. There's going to be a whole bunch of vlogs continuing to upload from Momocon. As soon as the Momocon uploads reach their end, you're going to start seeing stuff for Windy City be posted. If you're at Windy City, keep an eye out. I'll be filming. We did get a last-minute entry here from Fritz. How do you say it, Sarah?
Fritz Rowley.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet any classic members of the Brony fandom like Silverhound, Chi-Chi, Keyframe, etc.?
All of the above?
All three of those, yeah.
Yeah, we saw everybody. Again, we also saw a bunch of people that have worked behind the scenes with conventions that were actually at this convention, some of which were working behind the scenes. So yeah, saw a lot of familiar faces. Good to see those familiar faces, and yeah, it was a fun weekend. I was surprised at how many people I recognized. I don't know why I was surprised, but I was.
Want to give a thanks to our super chatters, Fritz Rowley for Canyon, Anime Guy 01, Ryan Walterson, Base, and Nora Mermaid and C.284.
Yes, thank you all for your generosity. And we will be back in 2 weeks, which will land us on June 15th.
Yeah.
And so we'll see you then, again, to recap Windy City PonyCon, likely talk about dinosaurs, and who knows what else when you're talking about the Semi-Perfect Podcast. We'll see you next time. You all have a good night.
Then Pony.
Good night.